And I was trying to discuss how to pronounce this, I'm afraid, so sorry if I got it wrong. Anyway, Jennifer, she is a professor of taxation at the University of Cape Town. She's professor of tax law in the Commerce faculty of the university. She is head of the MCOM in South African tax, and Master of Commerce international tax programs. She's published locally and internationally in books and journals. She's a contributing author to Jutas Income Tax South Africa and Bloomberg BNA USA. She is the South African team leader for sustainable tax governance in developing countries through global tax transparency, comprising 7 countries. She is on the executive board of IFA, International Fiscal Association, which I'm a member of as well, and hopefully we might meet in Mumbai, their conference this year. And she's actually on the main scientific board of IFA now. And she's also interested in double tax treaties and a number of other international tax issues. And the subject of her presentation today is about sustainable tax governance in developing countries through global tax transparency. So let me hand you over to Jennifer without further ado.
Thank you very much. Well, just to get into this, I just wanted to put a little bit of advertising up there. We're going to be shortly rebranding the IFA, International Fiscal Association website, so it's going to be much more, you won't end up with the football association, because we've always been known as SAFA in the past. So watch this space, because it's going to be new, improved, and I think it's something that we should all belong to if we can, to keep up with the international, what's going on internationally. Also, just for note, Mumbai is in October, the Congress, and Basel, Switzerland in 2015, and Madrid, Spain in 2016. We're always looking for reporters for topics. The topics in Basel, Switzerland are on taxpayers' rights, and the other topic is on R&D, funnily enough. So certainly things we grappling with in South Africa, you will find globally it's the same thing. We're looking for reporters for Spain, so at some stage I'm going to do a call, so if anybody wants to write, I'm not sure what the subjects are at this point. So to move on, just our main slide. Now, we're just going to first look at the background and developments around this topic. And in this presentation, what I want to do is more highlight certain areas in sustainable governance and tax transparency. And there's a lot behind this. So, but I'm not going to bore you with all the details, because that's not really what you're here for, but it's also to highlight what is actually going on in the background. So firstly, global fiscal transparency standards, and you might have heard about this already, of course, but these are governed by the OECD Global Forum on Transparency and Exchange of Information for Tax Purposes. And at this point in time, it is the internationally agreed standard. And that is how it is. We can't get away from this. 122 countries have committed to the standard, also at this point in time. And the thought is that this should be applied nationally as well as internationally. And by that I mean that it could become problematic if internationally we're applying one standard, but nationally, in a particular country, you've got a different kind of standard. And I think that could lead to problems. As I see global fiscal transparency, it should work in 2 directions. And this is one of the focuses of the underlying principles in transparency, I would think. It needs to work from government and the authorities to the taxpayer or the individual, and it works the other way. And we know